postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up tonight, as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between these Road Warriors and the Detroit Lions. Hello to everyone watching. Joined by Brock Huard up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preach all season long, never look ahead. You can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man out there is so aware of what's on the line today and where they could be playing in 2 weeks. It's going to be a game-long challenge, no question, to keep the focus on the right here and the right now. Once you've got a win iced away, well, then you can start entertaining those Super Bowl thoughts and those Super Bowl realities.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense about set to take over now, and here's their quarterback out to lead them to the line.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it, and man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, here's Daniels. He puts everything behind this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Daniels throwing on third. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown! The Rams take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal. Down on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation. It makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's across midfield into Rams territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Lions readying for the punt. Brings it in at the 12. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Come on. Hey. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take over at their 40. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Rams are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's incomplete left side. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's gonna be 3rd and short coming up. Throwing now, Daniels. Getting out to his left. That's caught for the 1st. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Finds a man right side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. First down from the red zone. That one's complete right side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Another carry for him. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Slide's kick is up and good. And special teams convert.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Starts his return from the 23. Jukes one defender. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. The Rams set to go on offense once more. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Chased out to his right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that. Get out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
The give here on 2nd. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Daniels leading the hurry up. Throw on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that, and that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. He's across the 35. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll try and throw it here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Finds Laporta. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Working inside the red zone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing it again here. Has it down close.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so.
And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Kansas City Chiefs who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's send it back over to Kate and Brock. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half.
Joshua starting to kick off for the Bears.
The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down. That one gains 7. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to pass on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 3 now. Back to throw now. Caught at the 10-yard line. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. And the defender comes away with it. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They just right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Daniels. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. First down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Lions will take over along the midfield stripe back to the interception and return. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 10 now. Laporta with the grab. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run here from the gun. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he will get for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 4-point lead. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kick. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. He can run it. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
This ball's cut by Palmer. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. Just 2 to go. Daniels back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
A gain of 23 yards. First down and
Daniels now. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Throwing now. Daniels. On the move. Headed right. He's running with it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Pick up a 5 on that play. They're going to have a first down. Back-to-back carries here. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete over the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Back to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Lions offense returning to the field. They'll come out throwing. It is cut left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions trail by a field goal.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Here he is to throw. Shakes himself free. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing now. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
1st and 10, balls. They'll run it from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
What a terrific play. They really had to crowd. Get the big bodies in there to stop Big Boy from powering over for a 1st down.
Setting up to pass. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down. Now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And it's on its way and through. He hit it from deep. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him. And he delivers.
And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He's trying to push the field. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. And postseason overtime differs from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things anymore. Both teams guaranteed a possession. And if we're still tied after each team has had the football once, we then go to sudden death, and the first score takes it. Well, either team has proven they would be more than deserving, but only one can rep the NFC in the Super Bowl. The kick is away in overtime. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams headed out to the field now. And since it's the postseason, Brock, a touchdown won't win the game automatically, but it will put some serious pressure on their opponents getting the football next. This one misses the tight end. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Again, Daniels to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Here's the handoff. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. We're going to get a pause here. Offense taking a timeout. Let's go now. Running for the marker on second. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league. Here he is to throw on third and 2. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. All right, so they can't end the game with a touchdown, not in a postseason overtime, but a score sure would send a mountain of pressure across the field and set their defense up quite well, too. It would, Kate, but I would tell you, offensively, now that you're in the red zone, anything short of a touchdown would feel like a disappointment. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up... instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Now remember, the other side has a shot to answer a touchdown here in playoff OT. But that might not even come into play if they don't figure out a way to salvage this opening possession.
Yeah, you can forget about them overtime rules. These guys defensively want to take those out of the picture. And that kind of effort, well, gets them pretty darn close to it.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Rams are winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
you